podcast. It's your boy Frankie. We back with another one after 1 week hiatus.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
As you could see now, we can afford to have sound effects on the podcast. First it was intro music, then outro music, or maybe the other way around, I don't remember. But now we have soundboards. Drop a bomb on that. Let's go. So basically, while I was on vacation this weekend, I went to Guitar Center and I bought myself a MIDI controller so I could use with the little program FL Studios. And now I have buttons and they're cued to do specific things like that. And it's super fire. And it's gonna get really annoying really quickly, but who cares? Cause this shit is hilarious. I mean, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on!
Like, that's fire. Anyways, so yeah, we had to take a 1 week hiatus. I was down at the shore spending some time with my family, and I decided that it would be best if I focused my energy on my family and not on my computer for the entire weekend, because editing this is a process. As much as you think I just record something and put it out there, no, I have to put equalizers, I have to do this, I have to do that. Plus, my room is not the greatest, doesn't have the greatest acoustics, so we're trying to work all that out. Like I said, you could hear if I snap from like 10 feet away, you're gonna be able to hear that. So I'm trying to make sure that my setup is nice, and also, like I said, during the editing process, there's things I have to cut out, there's things I have to keep in, video editing, all that kind of stuff. This isn't like a 1, 2, 3 process. So I decided that it'd be best if I just focused on my family, and if I was going to be absent due to the fact that technology was taking away my attention, I was going to use my phone like a regular human being. But actually, that's something I've been trying to work on. This is like a personal thing. 15 minutes before bed and 15 minutes after I wake up, I try not to look at my phone. I try not to scroll through Instagram. None of that. Immediately get up, do what I have to do, or just go to sleep, because I've been sort of at this point where, yeah, I'll say, okay, cool, I'll scroll for like 15 minutes before bed. Next thing you know, I've already scrolled for an hour. Next thing you know, I've already scrolled for 2, and now my night is ruined because I can't sleep. But other than that, what else has been going on with me? Oh yeah, I've been super fucking depressed. Shout out to that. Drop a bomb on that, please. Drop another bomb on my depression, please. So basically, I've been sad because my ex left me, and basically
I'm upset.
So you already know. And it's not even that I'm upset, I'm just a little sad and filled with regret, honestly, because this was like my first adult relationship, and a lot of things came down to basically the pandemic life and all this stuff. Like, it was never any animosity between us. There's never anything but cordialness and love there. But guess what? I'm still sad, and that's okay. Drop a bomb on me for being sad. Shout out to you. Shout out to Funk Flex and DJ Q for making one of the greatest bomb noises ever. Popular, I guess. That's another one for you. Anyway, so yeah, so I just kind of been down in the dumps about it. Like I said, it's my first adult relationship, and I'm trying really hard not to be toxic and call this girl and try to talk to her. I've been sending her messages here and there, never like anything consistent. It's just like maybe once or twice a week. No, once every week or once every 2 weeks, actually, more like that. It's I text her like at the end of the week, usually on Friday, and usually she'll say hi, and then she'll vent about how much she hates her job, and I feel good because I feel like I'm listening and I feel like I'm talking to her, and it just helps me. But then last time I did that, she left me on red, and let's just say
I'm upset.
Cause yeah, bro, that shit hurt me. That shit absolutely hurt me. It felt like I got shot. Literally, you know what it felt like? It actually felt like this.
NANI?
お前はもう死んでいる。
I felt like I got killed on some Fifths of the North Star type shit. It's crazy. And honestly, like, I shouldn't be upset, but I can't help it, bro. And it's just, I don't know why this girl has been on my mind for so long. Because I am trying, like, I am trying to talk to other women at least. Um, I've hung out with other women. It never, I haven't gone past the level of just speaking to them though. Um, one, a lot of them, haven't given me consent to do so. But also number two, I don't think that I could go through with it right now at this point in time because last time I was with a woman and it was just me and her. Half the time I ended up looking away from her and looking at my phone and looking at my ex's face. And yes, my lock screen on my phone is my ex's face. I don't care what you have to say about it, bro. Like I said, I miss her and it's the only time I get to see her. So go fuck yourself. Eat my shorts if you feel some type of way about it. Drop a bomb on that, please. Another one. Keep dropping bombs on the track. Uh, but yeah, man, it's just been a rough, rough, rough time. It's been like about half a year, a little bit longer, and I'm just not handling it particularly well. Sometimes, even at night, like that's the worst though. At night, I'll be sitting in my bed, and then out of nowhere, my brain starts playing fucking tricks on me. And it's like, yo, what if you would have done this different? What if you would have been an idiot and gotten caught playing the field? Because it did happen at the beginning of a relationship. I was out here doing some wild shit. But I changed. But then my mind goes on into thinking like, yo, I could have done better, which I could. But the thing is, man, time keeps going and time never stops for anybody, much less go back. So me thinking about the past for a good 3 hours isn't doing anything productive. It's just wasting those 3 hours of present that I had. But like I said, sometimes at night I can't help it and I fall asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning. The other day a song came on and I started crying. I'm at that point where like music doesn't even sound the same anymore. So yeah, man. Like, oh, there was a song, Heartbreak Anniversary, by the dude who does Chicago Freestyle with Drake. Bruh. Whenever that song starts, bro, that's a song that's gonna get me in my feelings, But like I said, I've been really good because I've also not been drinking throughout this whole thing. Like, I haven't drank, like, in terms of, like, gotten fucked up, gone out anywhere since before the pandemic even began, and I just kind of been continuing that trend. I have shots here and there, I have a glass of wine here and there, but I'm never like, yo, full bottle to the face, let's get it. This summer might be a little different, though. This summer I might be on that wave. Like, if this summer somebody tells me, yo, you down? Yeah, homie, I'm down. I'm down to do the worst shit possible. There's gonna be a picture up right now, Frankie. Make sure you get that on the future editing. Make sure that there's the picture that I want up there. You know exactly what picture I'm talking about too. But yeah, gonna be me and the bottle of Henny this summer, cause I haven't drank Henny in a while, and that's usually my preferred drink of choice. The other day I smelt it, I thought I was gonna die, but this summer we're getting back to it. But we're gonna try to not be toxic about it, because like I said, I've been really good. I haven't called her. I haven't been like, yo, I miss you. I'm dying. Like, none of that. None of that. If anything, like I said, it's been more like, yo, hey, how you doing? What's up? What's up with work? She vents, and I kind of just. Boop. But other than that, like, yeah, that's all that's been happening in my life, I guess. Anyways, this is kind of awkward. Drop a bomb on that. Yeah. I love this fucking thing. Let's fucking go, bro. Let's go.
Stop it. Get some help.
Go get some fucking help. Anyway, let's get back to the actual fucking podcast and let's talk about some goddamn sports, shall we? The biggest story this week was actually all about football. The draft happened, the quarterback carousel was in full effect. Justin Fields dropping down was something that really pissed me off. But I'm not gonna get on my whole Malcolm X revolutionary type shit in this episode. Because honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, bro. It had to do. It had a little something to do with the color of his skin, um, and how people who play quarterback and are the color of his skin are perceived. And if you need any bigger example, remember they said Lamar Jackson should become a wide receiver and a running back and then won MVP and being the youngest player to ever win MVP. But we're not going to talk about that. Like I said, I'm not going to get on my Malcolm X revolutionary shit today. But that wasn't even actually the biggest news of the week in football because Aaron Rodgers decided to pull the big boy power play and give the Green Bay Packers the worst scare of their goddamn life. So if you didn't hear, throughout draft night, Adam Schefter drops a bomb and basically says, yo, Aaron Rodgers is sick and tired of the Green Bay Packers. He hates what they've been doing to him. They hates what they've been doing with the franchise. And he's really upset about the fact that last year, instead of using a first round pick to get him some help, they used it to draft a quarterback who apparently doesn't even have plans to play for another like 2-3 years, which is stupid. Like, a first round draft pick is valuable capital in the NFL. When you talk about the first round in the NFL, it's not like the NBA where it's like a bunch of 19-18-year-old project kids. Like, no, if you get something in the first round of the NFL draft, even if it's the late round, I mean, look at, again, Lamar Jackson. He went damn near 30, and so that's kind of the thing. Like, the first round is specifically for people who can come in and contribute to winning right away. And when you draft a quarterback who's not going to play for another 2-3 years, that's a problem. And so Aaron Rodgers has kind of had it. Supposedly, there's been rumors about Aaron Rodgers saying that he wants the general manager fired. His contract is also a big dispute. So basically, according to CBS, during last offseason, they offered him a contract. They offered to make him the highest paid quarterback, but they were only giving him 1 year, apparently. And Aaron Rodgers did not care for a 1 year deal. He wanted longer term security, and I understood why. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, believe it or not, is still probably the best quarterback in football, not named Patrick Mahomes. Like, I'm sorry, there is nothing that you look at Aaron Rodgers on a football field that he cannot do. And yes, I understand he's had less than stellar performances in the past few championship games. But honestly, last year his defense didn't help. And this past NFC championship game, I will say this. For as much as I didn't like his decision making right before the half when he threw 3 straight passes to Devontae Adams, and the fact that he didn't run it on 3rd and 8, even if you don't get the touchdown, you get closer. But I do understand his thinking, and his thinking was, well, I'm just going to go for it because at the end of the day, I'm still going to have the 4th down because I am pretty sure we're going to try to go for a touchdown no matter what. And then what happens, Matt LaFleur decides to take the ball out of his hands. And this is what I'm saying, that the Green Bay Packers are just weird, stupid, and borderline almost just plain incompetent, like levels of Knicks incompetence. Because if you have the best player on the field, and yes, Aaron Rodgers is the best player on almost every football field that he plays in, and the most important because he plays quarterback, how do you take the ball out of his hands when you know that if he fucks up and he doesn't produce, none of the blame is going to you, none of the blame is going to the organization, none of the blame is going to anybody but him because you trusted him and you gave him the ball. Now, the story turns from that into, yo, who the fuck is this coach? Why doesn't he believe in Aaron Rodgers? This, that, the third. And yo, it's understandable that when Aaron Rodgers was up there, he kind of looked at the media and was like, yo, I don't know. I thought I was going to get to throw it again. And I would be rightfully pissed because I think that a guy of Aaron Rodgers' caliber and the guy who was the league MVP this year deserves to go down swinging. Like, he deserves to lose that game. And I'm not going to even lie, Aaron, don't worry. For you,
Stop it. Get some help.
I'll tell them to get some help. They need to get some help for you, my man. I got you. Don't worry, cause
I'm upset.
I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you. This was a really, really, really bad year for the Green Bay Packers because you could tell the tensions were rising, and now it's sort of bubbled over. Um, Everybody kept saying that Aaron Rodgers was leaking this information, and by everybody, I honestly think it's the Green Bay Packers. Adam Schefter went on the Dan Patrick show, and he said, and I quote, it was an accumulation of stuff, of information, actually, if I could quote him correctly, an accumulation of information that he decided to shine a light on, that this isn't anything new and this isn't something that nobody knew, which I believe. I honestly think that the reason why it was released on draft night was because that's the biggest night in football for ESPN. So of course they were going to release it then, but I don't think like this is Aaron Rodgers specifically planning to leak stuff so that, you know, his trade value obviously is going to go down now because people know he's a distressed asset. And just it makes him look bad. And Aaron Rodgers is a very private person, bro. Aaron Rodgers does not like his personal life out there. Reason why he's broken up with some celebrities that he's been with. Like, that's the kind of guy he is. But another thing that Aaron Rodgers is, he's fucking vindictive. He's kind of like Drake, which means that if he hates you, bro, he's probably gonna hate you forever and keep taking shots at you. Like, oh my God. Well, I'm not gonna go into the story of what happened between Aaron Rodgers and his family. I'm gonna let you look that up. You go look that up. That's not on me. I'm not gonna talk about the man's personal life on the podcast. But I will say the dude is not the dude is not the easiest dude to kind of be like, oh yeah, don't be pissed anymore. Cause when he's upset, he's upset. But yeah, so basically now Green Bay's options are you either pay the guy and pay him enough money and give him enough security where he knows that, yo, I'm going to play here until I retire. Not that you guys are going to be stringing me along and the moment that my contract is over, you guys are going to either let me go or ship me out of here. If you're going to do that, you might as well let me play my best years that I have ahead of me somewhere else, which I completely understand. And I do agree a lot with Aaron Rodgers. I feel like Aaron Rodgers has gotten sort of this raw deal with the Green Bay Packers because a lot of the times, if you realize, man, Aaron Rodgers is literally the only thing that holds this team together. Like, I don't think that if this team didn't have Aaron Rodgers and they went in with Jordan Love next year, which, by the way, the Packers themselves have said he's not ready to play. When he is not ready to play is what's coming out of their mouths, it means they're not seeing anything at practice. Or it just means that, again, he's not better than Aaron Rodgers at practice. Skip Bayless supposedly had something to say because Lil Wayne is a Packers fan and a friend of Skip Bayless. And I'm pretty sure Skip Bayless is a nice guy. I just hate on him because he's a hater, so you got to give that same energy. But yeah, he was saying that Lil Wayne basically said that they look at the Packers, look at Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers' replacement, as a Patrick Mahomes type of talent. I don't know how good the scouting is over at Green Bay, and I don't know how accurate this is coming from Lil Wayne and Skip Bayless, but if he were that good, bro, he'd be playing this year. And he's not. And they don't look like they want to play him for another 2-3 years, which was the original plan. And Aaron Rodgers is like, fuck that. I'm not going to be part of that plan. You either pay me or I'm out. Which one do you want to do? And shout out to him. Like I said, bro, it's just organizational ineptitude. The organization basically thought, because of the last NFC Championship game, not this one, but the one last year against the San Francisco 49ers. The Packers went 13-3. Aaron Rodgers, I think, threw for 27 touchdowns and like 4 interceptions. But again, not, oh my God, this is Aaron bleeping Rodgers numbers, but it would have been the career high of a lot of other quarterbacks. And he took him to the NFC Championship game. And guess what fucking happened? They thought because he had a slow year, he was on the decline. And he came back and proved them wrong and won the MVP. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. Drop a bomb for Aaron Rodgers, please. Let's go. Drop another bomb. Because Aaron Rodgers, he's a bad man, in the words of the great Stephen A. Smith. But yeah, I don't know. I think that if you're in the Green Bay front office, you're kind of just looking at this and just saying,
mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Because you royally fucked this up. And I hope they know that. I hope they know that they royally fucked this up, and your franchise is about to go into a weird mode where you're basically living the Brett Favre years all over again. And the difference is that Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be like Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers is going to be like, oh yeah, I want to come back. Or nope, Aaron Rodgers is going to be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm out. Aaron Rodgers will go to the Vikings and drop nukes on y'all every single year. And I like that. I like that energy. Like I said, another bomb for Aaron Rodgers, ladies and gentlemen. And also, he's super handsome. Like, he has a face that makes you want to, like, forgive him. Anyways, next story of the day. Let's talk about some baseball. Shout out to my Yankees. They're doing a little bit better. It's still, it's still not clicking all the way. There's still some parts of the offense that need to be fixed. A.K.A. Gary Sanchez. Please get that man up out of here. I know he's Dominican, and I know that I always stick to my Dominican compatriots, but we need him out of here, man. We need him out of here because it's not working out, and I need him to go away. The Mets have been doing okay. I mean, not terrible, but compared to what they've been doing okay. The bats are still not coming around, and it's kind of a shame because the Mets right now, with Pete Alonso, Michael Conforto, J.D. Davis, Francisco Lindor, and just the embarrassment of bats that they have, it's just it's sad that they can't get it together, and that Jacob deGrom is still going out there like it's 2018 and pitching gems and still losing because his team can't give him any run support. Like, that's kind of been Jacob deGrom's story, just run support and not getting it. But Jacob deGrom looks fantastic this year. Honestly, Jacob deGrom is the third greatest pitcher I've ever seen with my own two eyes. I call Pedro Martinez's last stand, basically. I didn't get to see him. He was a Cy Young Award winner. But I would say that Clayton Kershaw, Justin Verlander are the two greatest that I've ever seen. And LeBron is on, deGrom, not LeBron. deGrom is on that list. So shout out to Jacob deGrom. Good games that have been going on. If you ever get a chance to watch a Padres game, whether it be in division, because the division is actually pretty competitive this year, the NL West, go check that out. But the Padres and the Dodgers have been a really good rivalry, and I think that's going to be the rivalry of the decade. Because, oh my God, I've seen about like 3 games. It feels like they've played 10 times, but every game that I've seen has been a nail biter down to the wire. Shout out to Fernando Tatis, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Because he be hitting dingers. It just been dingers after dingers after dingers. And that's my Dominican compatriot. Drop a bomb for Fernando Tatis Jr. Shout out to you, Fernando Tatis. Finally, let's get into my favorite sport, the goddamn NBA. Shout out to my New York Knicks. Drop a bomb for the New York Knicks, baby. They hold the same record as the Los Angeles Lakers. Drop another bomb, please. Drop another bomb for the goddamn New York Knicks. Yo, let's get it. Same record as the Lakers. fourth in the Eastern Conference. If the playoffs started today, they'd face the Atlanta Hawks at Madison Square Garden for Game 1, and they would absolutely wash the fucking floor with them because the Atlanta Hawks play disgraceful defense and have no offense besides Trae Young shooting a lot of threes, and he turns the ball over a lot. So Julius Randle and the crew are going to lock him up, put him in fucking Rikers Island, and move on to the second round, face the Nets, and take 3 games away from them. Yes, it's going to be a 7-game series in the second round, and the Knicks are going to prove once again why they're the favorite team in New York. You fucking yuppies, gentrifiers, and national media members have no pulse on the state of New York fucking sports, so go fuck yourself. It's always going to be a Knicks town. Suck my dick. Drop a bomb for that wild fucking rant. Let's go. Nah, man. Like I said, bro, I'm upset.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Do you really think I want to go to Brooklyn to the Barclays Center to watch a basketball game where I can do it in Midtown? Like, what? Son, no, I don't think James Dolan is selling right now. But yeah, I don't know, man. It just bothers me when people slurp the Nets off so much because it's like, okay, cool, I get it. They have Kevin Durant and Kyrie, but they haven't been playing that good because they're missing James Harden. And if one of those 3 isn't playing, they're going to have a hard time because they traded the entire team to get those 3. So, yeah. Shout out to my Knicks. And I know that I said that they could take 3 games against the Nets. If I'm going to be realistic, they get to the second round, they get spanked in 5 or 6. Most 6, no more than that. So, shout out to my Knicks. Drop a bomb for the Knicks, baby. Yeah. Let's go. And finally, for the last thing I want to talk about in this day is the NBA awards. So basically, the season is going to end either, I think, next week or the week after that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when the official end date of the regular season is, but it's going to end. There's nothing really much to talk about. The play-in spots, I kind of already decided. It's going to be between Dallas, Portland, and the Mavericks that are going to be in that 5, 6, and 7 spot. I think if you have the 6th seed, you aren't in the play-in situation. I'm not sure how it goes. Oh, no, wait. No. It's the 7th. Is it? I don't know how it goes. I think it's like the 9 and 10th spot play each other, and then the 7th and 8th spot play each other, and then the 9 and 10, the winner of the 9 and 10 plays the 7th and 8th spot winner, and then it decides like that. I don't even know how this is like supposed to work. I think that the plan is kind of stupid, honestly. Like, if you're the 10 seed in the conference, bro, sorry, you shouldn't be in the playoff race. Like, as much as I love Golden State and I love Steph Curry, like, sorry, man, you don't deserve, like, you're in a very tough conference, and I feel like it's an insult to those who are playing well enough to be out of this situation and who have done their job to not be in this situation and make sure that they are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. I think it's a slap in the face that the 10 seed gets a play-in situation where they can win 1 game and end up in the playoffs. Like, that's not cool to me. You know what? Let me look up the play-in rules because I still don't understand what are the play-in rules. This is stupid though, because yeah. But yeah, what? It's so weird because it's never been like this. Even last year it was only the 8th and 9th seed, and it was only if they were 3 games within the standings that they got to play each other. But now they're absolutely changing it. So let's see. Okay, so the 9th and 10th spot, basically. Okay, see. So I wasn't lying. So the 7th and 8th spot, they go ahead and they play. And if you win, whoever wins gets the 7th seed. And then the loser has to go up against the winner of the 9th and 10th spot game and then whoever wins that game between those two gets the 8th seed. So if you're in the 6th seed, you're at least good, and you only have to, because basically right now, Luka and the Mavs are kind of trying to separate themselves, considering that the Lakers are injured and everybody else is injured, including the Portland Trailblazers, to kind of escape that. The Portland Trailblazers don't want to have a play-in because you don't want a one-game situation, especially with a guy like Steph Curry, because he could shoot you out of the gym by himself. But other than that, like I said, nothing much interesting to talk about except for the awards. So the first award I'm going to talk about is the Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year, obviously, going to Anthony Edwards. LaMelo Ball missed too many games, even though I do find LaMelo to be the more intriguing prospect because of his passing ability, his potential on defense, because he actually tries on that end. The one thing that has really bothered me about Anthony Edwards, and I do get it, he's had to take such a offensive workload as a pro and as a rookie because Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell weren't there throughout most of the season. But his shot selection could still be a little iffy. And again, sometimes he just doesn't even care on defense. It's like, yeah, go ahead. He's gotten benched a couple of times because of that. But Anthony Edwards, shout out to him. He could be, one of those volume scorers that's going to get you 26, 27 a night. But I don't think that he can impact the game in as many ways as LaMelo. So that's why I'm more on the LaMelo bandwagon rather than the Anthony Edwards bandwagon. But Anthony Edwards is good and he's going to be fine. Shout out to him. And the reason why he wins this award is because he's played the entire regular season. Other honorable mentions for Rookie of the Year, Tyrese Halliburton for the Sacramento Kings. He should have been a Knick, but he isn't a Knick. Instead, we have Obi Toppin. But shout out to Obi because he's been playing better. But anyway, Tyrese Halliburton, he could be, honestly, his ceiling is probably a little bit better version of Mike Conley. Just a strong, playmaking, defensive, three-point shooting like guard. So something that you need in the modern NBA. I think he could be a multiple-time All-Star. I don't ever think he'll be like, oh my God, this guy's a top 10 player in the league. But he'll be somewhere in the 20s, 30s, I think. I think that's his ceiling. Another guy that I'm going to talk about, my boy, my favorite Knick as of right now, Emmanuel Quickley, because he has a smooth jumper and a silky, buttery, smooth floater game. But yeah, again, only reason he's not going to win the award, like I said, this is just honorable mention. He'll be on like one of the rookie teams, either the first or the second team. But the reason is just he isn't like I don't think he'll ever be good enough to be like an actual starter. Like I think he'll just be a good bench piece. But maybe he could change. Maybe he could prove me wrong, change my mind, and become like a multiple-time All-Star. So go ahead, Quickly. That would only make me happier. Drop a bomb for Emmanuel Quickly for being such a dope motherfucking person. Drop another one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this started.
That's fire in the booth, my guy. That's fire in the booth, my guy.
We keep going. We keep going. I don't know why I pressed that. That was like a mistake. I kind of slipped. My finger slipped. Anyway, the next award, Defensive Player of the Year. Actually, no, wait. The award order would go Most Improved Player. The Most Improved Player of the Year, it's obviously Julius Randle. There is no bias here or any Knicks homerism. There is actually. Fuck anybody else. If you think that anybody else deserves the Most Improved Player, go ahead and drop that in the comments. But I'm a toxic Knicks fan, and I'm gonna say it's Julius Randle because winning matters, and they have the same record as the Lakers right now. They would host a home playoff game. I mean, a home playoff series for the first time in like 7-8 years. So I don't give a fuck if you think that somebody else deserves the award. Like, shout out to Jeremy Grant. Son, he's averaging like 20-something, but he had a second rough half of the season, and the Pistons are absolute garbage. And if Julius Randle is your first option in the East, he gets you to the 4th seed. If, what's his face? Jeremy Grant is the first option on your team, and I get it. He's on the Detroit Pistons. There's not that much talent. There's not that much help. The coach is terrible. Blah 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 blah. But but I don't care. I don't care. Julius Randle is the man. Julius Randle is the guy. I want to win this award. Another honorable mention. Shout out to you, Christian Wood, coming from undrafted to averaging 23 points a night. Congratulations. You deserved your money. You deserve the role that you're getting. But sadly, you play for the one of the worst teams in the league. So I'm not going to give you the award because winning matters. And also, Julius Randle, unlike most of the candidates, was an all-star this year. So again, suck my dick if you disagree. Who's the last guy? Oh, Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr., bro, don't worry, man. You're probably going to end up getting traded because the Denver Nuggets have an embarrassment of riches, or Jamal Murray might end up getting traded. I don't know. But one of you two is going to go, and you're finally going to get to show your stuff because Michael Porter Jr. is a superstar in the making. Michael Porter Jr. is going to be a top 5 player in this league. I still cannot believe that he slipped all the way to 14th in that draft, and the Knicks picked Kevin Knox or Frank Ntilikina, one of those guys who is not playing basketball right now. God damn it. Drop a bomb for Michael Porter Jr. real quick. Shout out to you, Knicks, for fucking this up one more time, but it's fine. But it's fine.
Perfect.
It's perfect. Anyway, yeah, that's most improved player. Not a lot of hype surrounding that award. But the next award I want to talk about, and this is going to be controversial because nobody really has like this strong opinion in the media, at least the mainstream media. Everybody on YouTube kind of agrees with me. Yo, the defensive player of the year, it's Ben Simmons. It's Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons can do so much more on defense than Rudy Gobert. And I think the clip where Donovan Booker crosses up Donovan Booker. Devin Booker. What the fuck am I talking about? Donovan Booker. Devin Booker crosses him up, and Rudy Gobert ends up doing the Heisman pose while he got turned around. Like, that's kind of the problem with it, because as soon as you get him into the playoffs, his defensive value plummets because every good point guard or every good perimeter player puts him on a switch and leaves him out there on an island and destroys him. He becomes barbecue chicken, in the great words of Shaq. Drop a bomb for Shaq too, because he's funny. But yeah, I'm not the biggest Rudy Gobert fan, honestly. I think his defense is a little underrated in terms of the whole package. His paint defense is amazing, but the defense in total, it's not that good. Ben Simmons is actually the one guy that I would say right now, yo, go ahead and guard 1 through 5, and he could do it. He could guard a Karl Anthony Towns, but he could also guard a Steph Curry. No problem. He is just that good defensively. He deserves the award. Like, I'm sorry. I get it, Rudy. You have the best record in the league. You're anchoring the best defense in the league, technically, in terms of point differential. But you're not as good defensively as Ben Simmons. And also, when Ben Simmons and you face head-to-head this season, he dropped 40 on you. So your paint defense wasn't even that good. Because Rudy, if Rudy goes up against a guy who is good, he's getting washed. Like, Joel Embiid is giving Rudy Gobert the work. Like, the Jazz are a great regular season team because the collection of talent on there makes it a greater sum of parts. But in the playoffs, when it's about having those guys that are difference makers and those guys who are going to be able to score in half-court sets, they don't have that guy other than Donovan Mitchell. And we saw what happened last year. They blew a 3-1 lead in the first round against the Denver Nuggets. And I think they are a better team than that, and I think they'll at least make it to the second round this year. But I don't see them going to the finals. I think they're one of those fringe contenders that gets exposed in the playoffs and all their weaknesses come out. Like, for example, Rudy Gobert not being able to guard the perimeter, and when you put him in a situation where he has to, he's absolutely fucking useless. If you have a center that could just spread the floor at a minimal level. Like, honestly, right now, if the Dallas Mavericks and the Utah Jazz were playing together and Porzingis was fully healthy and he was at the 5, I'd give the edge to the Dallas Mavericks because I feel like Porzingis would present so many matchup problems for Rudy Gobert. But Porzingis is never healthy, so that's it, it is what it is. Um, another another thing that I would like to talk about as it pertains to Rudy, he deserved his money. Shaq, stop hating on him. But I do think that, again, Ben Simmons is just the better overall defensive player of the year. So shout out to you, Ben Simmons. Drop a bomb for Ben Simmons for being Australian. Yeah, we're celebrating it. We're celebrating diversity on the podcast today. So shout out to the Australian basketball player, even though he's still black. Um, Last but not least, we're going to talk about the most prestigious award in this league, which is the MVP award. Bro, if you think that it belongs to anybody but Jokic, I need you to tell me then that playing doesn't matter. Like, the regular season absolutely doesn't matter. Because I get the case for Joel Embiid. I really do. But Joel Embiid hasn't played as many games, man. Joel Embiid has missed a quarter of the season, basically. You can't win MVP if you miss a quarter of the season. Jokic has more double-doubles than Joel Embiid has games played throughout the season. Nikola Jokic is averaging a damn near 30-point triple-double as a center. Everybody's been hurt on the Nuggets, and I think the Nuggets are third in the Western Conference or fourth right now. You know, so it's just the combination of all those factors. Like, Steph Curry, your team isn't good enough, even though you individually have been great. But a lot of people forget the beginning of the year was kind of rough for Steph Curry. That first month and a half wasn't fun for him. He wasn't playing particularly great basketball. Chris Paul, sorry, you're never going to win the MVP. Averaging 16 points a game. That happened with Steve Nash, but they're never going to do that because of the backlash that the Steve Nash back-to-back MVP had. And again, unless you're doing something truly revolutionary, we've seen this before from the Phoenix Suns. Like, they're not going to consider him. Julius Randle, another guy. Yo, son, you can get some fifth place votes, but again, nobody has played better this season than Jokic. LeBron, Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, all those guys, bro, you've missed too many games. And the best ability is availability. There we go. That's the saying. The best ability is availability and being able to be there for your team. And again, I do think that the regular season has to matter. Winning has to matter. And it can't just be all about the individual accomplishments. Unless you wanted to make it like baseball, which then I would understand, but then you'd have to make like different awards. Like, I'd like you to make 2 MVP awards then if you're going to do that, because I feel like the player who impacts winning the most on a team should get some credit. But yeah, that's about it for this week. I'll talk about the All-NBA teams the week after this. That's a little more in depth. I got to really look at who is going to be first team, second team, third team, and then the rookie teams and the defensive teams, like all that stuff. So we'll do that next week. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Drop a bomb on the loyal audience. There we go. I don't know why the bomb is on. I don't know why the bomb is like on this little delay that it doesn't happen as soon as I press the button, like with other things. Like
I'm upset.
Like as soon as I press the button, like it goes. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I don't know. But yeah, it's I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, thank you guys for being loyal subscribers and loyal listeners to the podcast. I've been doing this for about a month now, and it feels really good that I have, the numbers aren't staggering, but to have 10 to 15 people come and want to listen to what I have to say, I really appreciate that. So shout out to you, And shout out to all my friends who've been supporting me through this journey. And the last person I want to send a shout out to is the Six God himself, Drake, the master. Come on, let's hear it for Drake.
I'm upset.
Cause Drake, this is a personal request to you. You could save my summer this year. You could save my life this year. Because if you deliver on Certified Lover Boy and you give me what I need, and when I turn my phone on and I hear the
OVO Sound Radio.
and it starts playing, my life will be saved. You will have brought joy to me for the first time in God knows how long. And I'm really excited for this album. And I really hope, I really hope that you do not drop the goddamn ball on this. I really do. So please, don't fuck this up, Drake. Don't fuck this up. And yeah, that's about it. Shout out to Drake for being great. And I can't wait to hear the album.